Welcome back to season 3, baby.
Season 3, baby. We're back.
Barefaced and Naked podcast, season 3.
Who would have thought?
Honestly, I've been saying this to everyone.
From the beginning.
Guys, my podcast is the longest relationship I've ever been in.
Yay.
It's the biggest commitment I've ever had. But I am so proud of us. I've missed you.
We had a break and it feels like it was 2 weeks. It went real quick.
Has it only been 2 weeks?
No.
Oh, no.
It was like 6.
I was like,
You're like, Shay.
pretty sure it's been a while.
It's been some time.
But I've missed you.
I missed you.
Because that's our fortnightly catch up in person.
Yep.
We talk on FaceTime most days.
Yeah.
But I miss seeing
Our time.
you. And then I actually miss driving to the Gold Coast. Would you believe it?
So beginning of season 3, we're gonna just make it a note right now. Helena hasn't moved to the Gold Coast yet, but maybe beginning of season 4, she might have.
Oh,
We're just gonna put that in there, a little notepad of that.
She's not on the Gold Coast yet.
Yeah. We'll see how the love life goes.
Oh, shut up. I was waiting for it. We're probably not even 30 seconds into the episode. Anyways.
Helena, what are we kind of doing this season? Because we had a little sit down, chit chat,
I feel
revamp.
we had a bit of a identity crisis. I think that we needed to.
Where were we?
Yeah,
what are we
needed to have a chat and see where.
It's really serious.
We did. We did. We had a chat. You came to the Sunshine
We had a
Coast. We did have a bit of a meeting, because I think when we first started this podcast, we didn't really have a direction that we wanted it to go into yet.
Yeah. I think we were really scared as well because we didn't know what people would accept in the podcast world and what they would want more of.
And I feel like a lot, what we say to each other, I think maybe I say it more, is I still think I don't want people to look at us and think that, we're not professional and things like that. But also what I love about this podcast is it's reminding people that we are 2 girls in our 20s who have a life outside of our businesses. As much as we love what we do every day, it's still nice to let people know that I do have a life. I do have boy problems. I spend too much money. It is what it is.
Helena, we want to hear about your boy problems. We do. We spend too much money. Also, we do.
Anyways.
I couldn't agree more though.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
So I think back to what you were saying with the direction of the podcast, we did have to have a conversation with where we wanted to go.
Yeah.
And I guess it even reflects back to not little things, but things like our branding shoots that we do for each season. Yeah. We actually haven't done one yet.
No, we've been because it just went so fast.
That's what I mean. It's also as well, it's only taken us probably till a week ago to actually decide what we wanted as our branding shoot and how we want to portray ourselves on the with our podcast as to what we want to go through. So do you want to go down on what we're kind of doing with our vibes?
Yeah. So obviously we business related.
Of
we
course,
love that.
Always.
And having guest speakers on, that's something that we've really enjoyed.
And I'm actually so proud of ourselves because we've got our first 3.
Organized.
We are so organized. We've got dates.
That's always been a downfall of us. We
definitely.
weren't organized.
No, and
but we are.
Yeah, we are organized.
Yeah. So having guest speakers. Yeah. Very much in the business world. We haven't really got anyone out of the business world guest speaker related yet.
I was going to say, not yet.
But we would love to dive into that.
Absolutely.
I think I was really trying to think of what do our FaceTime calls relate to, right?
Ooh, okay.
And a lot of the time as well, it isn't just I've got a booking. It's hey, Shay, I've got this boy, or I just did this dumb shit, or my friend just did this and it was fucking hilarious. And personally, that's what I was going to say I get off on. I don't get off on that.
Slightly.
I love that shit, right?
Yeah.
And I want this to be something that we enjoy and we love.
Absolutely.
Personally, I love sharing stories. I love not sharing only my stories. I love sharing it, making you embarrassed as fuck, but also our friends as well.
She throws me under the bus.
I love it. It's so fun. But because you live a double life. You really do. And I love it. And people don't know it. And I want to slowly.
What do you mean I live a double life?
I was going to say something, but I was like, no, I'll let Helena peel.
Wooska! Shay's throwing me under the bus again.
Because I have one story of Helena's that I won't say. And
I'm not letting you say it
and
yet.
we'll say it at one point because it is hilarious. Helena just told Kirsten, and Kirsten's like jaw dropped, and we all just giggled. I love it.
Oh, God.
Because Helena, you're very out there. Like, I love it. You're very. I don't want to like. No, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but people just don't know that other side to you, which I fucking love, and I know your friends know. And I'm
not a prostitute, in case everyone is kind of like, what does Helena do in her spare time? I don't suck dick for money, okay? Eyebrows today, dick tomorrow. That's not.
But I love that. And I know we got a lot of friends as well who have some incredible stories.
Incredible.
And we would love to get them on.
Oh, I'm bringing Emma on.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm really keen to kind of dive into that. I love a comedy sort of podcast. I love a relatable podcast. Yeah. So that's where we kind of wanted to just go more down, but also still incorporating, you know, like our personal shit that happens, whether it's about our weight loss, whether it's about our mental health. Yeah. You know, there's lots of different things we can chat about.
And I totally agree. And like I've said to you, and we've actually been getting a lot of messages lately about like being in the weight loss community with people saying that we are so relatable, which I honestly pride myself off that.
Absolutely.
Because I love knowing that people can literally put on our podcast and have our voices in their ears and be like, fuck, Helina and Shay nailed that on the head. Yeah. Even little things like the binge eating side that we both experienced, but it was quite different, like, you know, times of our lives and things like that. Yeah. Personally, I love talking about things like that as much as I know you love me talking about the other side of my life.
But 100%, I couldn't agree more.
That's what I mean. Like, and I love, you know, especially then having the educational side to our podcast where I still stand by what we said in season 1 with our industry is you shouldn't have to pay someone to have knowledge of the simple things of starting a business and stuff like that. Yes. So I still pride both of us and both of our businesses off being like that touch point that people can refer back to and I guess like just find us as a grounding type of platform to listen to and relate to but again kind of like bringing people back down to earth that even though the Naked Brow and Barefaced Brows by Helena have our own businesses, we do have our own lives. Yes. So
rounded that up. I love it. And I'm excited.
Our branding shoot for this season is going to be very fun.
Just we're really going to incorporate the barefaced and naked, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Do you know when we first started, we came up with his name? I was like, Helena, I want us to do this sort of shoot. Yeah. And you were like, no way, Shay. Absolutely. No way. And I was like, we'll get there.
I said, not
we're going to get naked.
Yeah, I was like, no way am I going to fuck off. I literally think I said fuck off. Like, I was like, no way. But obviously,
we're embracing the body.
Yeah, and like I love embracing my body, and I love embracing like my weight loss scars.
You can see the journey that we've gone through.
Yeah, and like my I was gonna say battle wounds then, my stretch marks, guys. But just little things there. So again, like Shay said, really incorporating the naked and the barefaced side to this. Yeah. But how are you? What's been going on with you, Shay? Talk to me, babe.
Helena, I am in such a good spot.
I feel like that's how we ended last podcast.
Literally. I know there's definitely been moments where we go kind of through roller coasters. You're in a bit of like flat. You're in a bit of a down. Funk, a little funk. Yeah, yeah. I haven't been in funk in a long time, so I'm also like, ooh,
is it coming? Is it knocking on the door?
But in such a great spot. I have a great work-life balance. I am working as a single person now. Single person. Sounds like I've just broken up with someone.
See you, Dom.
I did have a staff member. I don't anymore. So just trying to get back into routine of how that works. If anything, it's very carefree lifestyle now. Still on the hunt for a house. That's
still happening.
Very much a big thing in my personal world.
Costco. Was it 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
Wow, time flies. We went to Costco and Shay's like we're like we're gonna get cotton pads and like lollies like studio stuff. Yeah. Shay's grabbing like containers and fridge organizers.
I'm grabbing everything.
Mugs.
Costco was incredible.
Costco was amazing. But I'm like, hey babe,
you don't have a house.
You don't have a house, and I'm pretty sure you live between houses with you and Dom. What are we doing? Like, you got a $500 trolley going here, Bob.
In my mind, I don't want to be like, oh, house time, go and spend $10,000.
It's called a glory box.
Yeah,
best thing.
I'm building, so
it was very entertaining. It was very watch, fun. But
you and me got a giant ass trolley to share, and like 10 minutes, and I was like, Helena, I think you should get your own. Like,
you were
mine's
literally
gonna be
like,
full.
look, go get your own trolley, Helena. And then I fucking filled my own. And I was like, this is why I didn't want one.
Yeah, no, it was great fun. But very like house, business, got a bit of travel coming up.
Yep.
Trying to plan for the new year coming up as well. Trying to fit some overseas travel and work stuff. But yeah, I'm just complete vibes.
Yeah.
Loving life.
We're very on the same path with where we're
Tell
at
me
the
about
moment.
you.
Well, what am I doing at the moment? So again, work. I'm still doing like my 3 or 4 days a week at the moment. I'm kind of balancing between. I dropped my masterclass.
Incredible.
My online masterclass is out.
How does it feel to have it done?
Amazing. Like I feel light, and like the accomplished is a really good word. And like having your first one out is kind of like
huge.
wow, like that's really exciting.
It's huge. How has the feedback been?
Amazing.
Yay.
And like I haven't actually gone and been like, hey, can I have like some feedback, kind of like testimonial vibes.
Yeah.
It's just like people have been messaging me.
That's what you want.
And like I said, in my masterclass, I really focused on the aftercare for clients kind of side.
Yeah.
So to get like feedback on like the PDFs and stuff that I created for the masterclass.
A lot of work went into it.
Yeah. And it was just really like, it's really fulfilling. Like I feel like warm and fuzzy inside. It's really nice.
I love it.
So yeah, masterclass happened. I also am off to New Zealand in like less than a month.
Oh, I'm jealous.
So I'm so excited for that.
Jealous.
And then what else is going on? I've just been like honestly hanging out with my family like heaps lately. Like you kind of said, like really balancing my work-life balance.
Isn't it such a nice place to be?
Yeah, I just
not
like
stressed.
I love that.
Not worried.
Like I can hang out with my niece on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like I literally love that. So that's me at the moment. Gym, I'm still going to gym.
Amazing.
Like 4 or 5 times a week.
Amazing.
I do currently have a stomach ulcer.
Yeah, talk to us about it.
Yeah, so that
when you said
sucks.
you've got an ulcer, I was like, oh, was it in the mouth? And then you're like, no, Shay, the stomach, in my pouch.
It's in my pouch,
like,
yeah.
What's the go there?
So as everyone knows, I was having my like kidney stone attacks. So anyways, I said to my surgeon, Dr. Garth McLeod, I was like, I want my gallbladder removed.
Yep.
Get it out.
Yep.
I want it gone.
Ouch. I hated it too.
Anyways, and he was like, yep, no worries. I want to do a scope, like an endoscopy, which is where they put like the camera down your throat. I just want to check on everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love that. Like he is very
Put
much
me
so
to
someone that goes like the next step. And yeah, I get to get put under for it. So I love that.
Yeah.
Anyways, went under. This was probably about 3 weeks ago now. And he found a pretty decent sized ulcer.
How do ulcers come about? Do you know?
Drinking is a big thing.
Okay.
I don't drink.
Yeah.
I haven't had a drip of alcohol for nearly 8 months.
So
Or this
why?
whole year. Stress.
Don't be stressed. You're too pretty.
Too blessed to be stressed, but apparently she's a bit stressed. So I just had like a fair amount of
Say personal stress.
I did. I had a lot of personal stress go on. The start of this year, to be honest, I had some pretty big things happen in my personal life, which I didn't think affected me too much. Like
Isn't it crazy in the moment? You're like,
Yeah.
I'll deal with it.
I was
We're
kind of
working
like, I'm
through it.
fine. Like it's fine. I'm in therapy and like I'm working through things myself. But obviously it did affect me more physically than I thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, he found the ulcer when he went in for the endoscopy. Wasn't expecting to see it. So it was a bit of a cheeky surprise. So I'm actually going back into hospital tomorrow.
Okay.
To have another endoscopy done. Little snooze again tomorrow. Just to see, because I have been taking medications to hopefully shrink it.
Okay.
Because
I just can't imagine what an ulcer looks like in your stomach.
it's literally disgusting. Like
Is
he
it like
actually,
a hole? Is it like a boil?
it looks like a boil,
Okay.
kind of, and it's like covered in white, and it looks
Pretty.
Remember what my tonsils looked like when they got
Yeah.
singed off? Yeah, it looks like that.
Ugh.
Really gross. Like it doesn't belong.
Okay.
So
her out.
yeah, but what I actually learnt is an ulcer can ulcerate, which means it pops,
Is that
which
not
is
good?
not good.
Okay.
So I've really been a little bit anxious about that.
Okay.
So hopefully tomorrow the ulcer has shrunk. If it hasn't shrunk, then I
Surgery
need
time?
to, yeah.
Okay.
And my surgeon won't take my gallbladder out until the ulcer's gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like in a limbo process
Yeah.
with that.
We want to get that sorted.
Otherwise, I'm thriving. I'm
amazing.
like nearly 35 kilos down.
Amazing.
I'm I'll be 7 months post-op.
God, time has
in
literally flown by.
Literally less than 10 days. I'll be 7 months post-op.
Wow. Like wrap the whole experience up in.
Well, I actually
10
was
words
on a podcast
Yeah.
last week, and it gets released today, I think. It's called Barry Banter.
Cute.
And it's a whole bariatric podcast.
Cute.
And they have like past patients and different stages through their journeys and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyways, I kind of went on that and like had my whole thing on there. But I was asked one question that kind of like took me back. And I'm
Okay.
like, okay. He goes, Shannon, one of the hosts, goes, so was this experience harder than you thought or easier?
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually been easier than I thought.
Oh, that's nice.
So it was actually a really nice answer to be able to give. Like, I genuinely thought like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to eat, drink, blah, 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 ever again.
Live
So
life.
yeah. And I actually I kind of sat back and answered it and I was like, it actually hasn't been.
Oh,
Like it's been
good.
like the best thing I've ever done for
Like
myself.
a roller coaster, but like
it's been a
nothing
roller coaster.
crazy.
It hasn't been the easiest thing I've
Yeah.
done for myself, but it hasn't been like the hardest or the, actually I take that back. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
But
Eventful.
I expected things to be different, I guess,
Okay.
but I didn't expect to have such a cruisy life still.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
I'm content with where I'm at. I'm a brunette now.
She's a brunette.
I'm not blonde anymore.
Real quick, you went out on the weekend, and I was looking at your story. You were out to like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
right?
what the fuck? Sober.
And I was
Don't sober.
thinking, oh, she's having some drinks. You were sober the whole night.
Do you know how many people said to me, "You're so much fun sober"?
Yeah. You're like, thanks.
What the fuck does that mean?
I can't make it out past 11 p.m.
I know.
drunk, let alone sober. I don't know how
Yeah.
you did it till 2.
Look, vibes are high. Like I was dead sober. Like
Amazing.
nothing. I don't
Like
know.
on the water.
I was literally on the waters. Like there was a one
Good job.
video and I'm dancing with my water in the air, like living life. And I'm like, wow, to people, this must look like I'm like this blind.
I woke up. I called you actually that morning.
Yeah, you
and
did.
I was like,
Hey.
sorry, like, no judgment, but I was like, did we have a drink? And you're like, no, babe, I'm sober. You were very tired.
Yeah,
But
I was so tired because I got home at like 1:30, obviously showered, took my makeup off, everything, went to bed. And then I woke up at like 6 because my body clock is so used to waking up at 5:30 and I
Yeah.
couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah.
And you called me and I was like, hello. And you're like, oh, did we have a drink?
Hello?
And I'm like, no, just tired. And I honestly felt hungover. It was literally yesterday. I literally felt hungover because of how tired I was.
Yeah.
But it also it's slightly empowering to know like I
Yeah.
can go out and not have a bevy.
Fuck yeah.
I miss it kind of, but I also think like I love knowing like I don't need to have
You don't
alcohol
need to rely.
to be fun
Yeah.
with myself, but also for everyone else around me. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like a Debbie Downer
Yeah.
when I'm out kind of thing. I actually stayed out. Like my girlfriend that I was with went home and I stayed out with her boyfriend and her brother dancing.
I
Because
love
I was
it.
like, I just want a boogie. I just
Yeah.
want to have a boogie.
Shake
so
off.
it was nice. I haven't been out since February. So it was nice
Wow.
to just go out and have a dance. But
yeah.
other
Let the
than
hair
that-
down. Let
yeah,
the brunette
just-
hair down.
yeah, let the brunette locks out. But
Uh-huh.
it was nice. It was just like a chill weekend.
Okay.
So other than that, just
Oh,
cruising
good.
along.
This is on my mind. It's been on my mind for a little bit. And we don't want to like touch on it too much. You
Oh,
know exactly
God.
what I'm going to say.
Am I?
But let's talk about the brow community right now.
Okay.
I personally feel like there's been a bit of a shift in some sort of motion.
Okay.
Um,
I'm trying to follow. What are
yeah. So we've got a podcast coming out with Miss Lash.
Oh, yes.
And we discussed, we could see a lot more people are hiring.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more people are doing educational videos.
Yep.
A lot more people are on the socials and breaking out of just the work thing. Are you
Yeah.
picking up what I'm putting
I'm
down
definitely picking up. what
Okay.
you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion. Do you feel like there's a bit of a shift in the community? Because I definitely feel like there is. I'm not going to say it's a negative or a positive.
Yeah.
I can just notice a bit of a
I agree.
shift.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah.
Almost in the energy and the
Yeah.
vibes. I agree with it not being a positive or a negative.
Yeah. There's been a few things that you and I have noticed, and we kind of just have been like, hey, did you notice that? And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But I also think as well, like, I like the fact that we stay in our own lanes with
Yes.
it. Like, I
There's no
would
drama.
never get on my stories and do like a controversial
Yep.
thing that
Yep.
would make someone else uncomfortable or
Yep.
start any like unnecessary drama and stuff
Yep.
like that.
I really liked what you said this morning, not this morning, like at the beginning of this episode. You said having a very, like you let people into your life, but you still keep it professional.
Yeah.
And I think that's what has been actually coming to my attention a lot lately. People are really trying to break the barriers of letting people into their life outside of their brow world.
Yeah.
But I also am noticing a few things and I'm like, Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I think as well,
Business,
yeah,
maybe.
like it's almost because I never wanted to come. I don't ever want to come off and offend anyone. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like, I guess there is an expectation, and we have had messages come through to our podcast Instagram and both of our business Instagrams if we are going to touch base on almost tea in the industry. And personally, I know this is a conversation that Shay and I have had. And we're not here.
And this is where our friendship is amazing because we can touch on that, but we're not going to announce it to everyone.
Yeah, that's what I
because
mean.
it just
Like,
creates more drama.
that's what I mean. And like, we're not
that.
here. Well, I know for a fun fact, I speak on both of our behalves, is we're very proud. And like I've said, I pride ourselves off the platform we have created of it. Just being like, we want a community and like
a friendly, fun, but still professional community.
And that's where I also think having your like business and your personal social media is a big thing because I don't follow your brow page to see like you drinking kind of vibe. Yeah. So I just think there's a fine line, but I don't want to get into that too much because I don't want to step on any toes or upset anyone. But I definitely agree with the shift in the industry.
Yeah. Again, not bad.
Yeah.
Not like, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's changing.
It happens. And that's what I mean. It's all, you almost just like sit back and go, okay. Like,
because I feel like there hadn't been like any, like it was a very kind of like, just like plateau sort of like, we're all just, And now there's been a bit of like,
but it's also kind of like one person does it and then like another person does it and then it's like, well, 15 other people are doing it. So yeah, I guess that's
I just thought it was really interesting to kind of just see if you were feeling the shift.
Of course.
And if others are out there
I
as
was
well.
I wonder if other people are feeling the shift in the industry and like I wonder what like their vibes are with it being like a positive or a negative kind of thing.
All I could say, if anyone is kind of like feeling they can notice a few little drama things happening, I would just say like what we say to each other, stay in your own lane.
Absolutely. And that's the thing.
Lane.
Just look after you, look after your own business and look after your own mental health. Because if any of those three things go downhill, all of them will
affects every area.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
So anyways, enough of that. No, thank you.
Helina, I want to share this little story. And I obviously sent you the
footage.
I was
to say, I know exactly. I can finish a sentence for you.
It's been on my mind a little bit because it's something that could happen. It's so weird. But I don't think I've ever really spoken about this, even the experience. But I've always been, I guess I would say, person to date males.
Mind blown as well.
I really ever dated males, but I've always felt very much I'm attracted to a personality. I don't care whether it's a female or male. Transgender, whatever, I'm attracted to a personality.
Absolutely.
So 2 years ago now, I was kind of like, oh, you know what? Stop just being like in your comfortable thing. Break out.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
This is when I met you.
Yes.
The first time I met Shay, she's like, oh, can I say what you said to me the first time?
I can't even remember what I said to you, but I think this experience had just happened, so it was fresh.
Okay.
But go for it. I don't know what I said. I'm scared.
Same. I literally just met Shay at this dinner. We're talking.
Oh my God, I was a few drinks deep.
She goes, yeah, like, because we were all like, get to know each other. Like, are you seeing anyone? Blah, blah. She's like, no, like, I'm kind of like, I just went on a date with a girl. She just motorboated me. Me? I was like, what's a motorboat?
Okay, back it up 1 second. First date with a female.
Okay.
And my whole motto this night was go with the flow because I felt quite uncomfortable about it, but I was like, get out of your comfortable zone. Like it was very easy for me to be with a male.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
I understand the dynamics. I know what to do with a male. I had no idea what to do with a female. So I was like, get out of your comfort zone. Okay, right? So went on this date.
Fucking hell. I love that you're talking about it.
I was uncomfortable for the whole thing, right? Really like quite uncomfortable. Wasn't like an amazing experience. Okay. Nothing terrible, but it just wasn't my cup of tea.
It's out of your comfort zone, of course.
Me the whole night, get out of your comfort zone. Long story short, went to dinner.
Again, with the girl. I hope everyone's following this. Like Shay's on a date with a female.
First date with a female. And she was very open, very straightforward, hand holding, making out. And I was like, at the end of the night, I dropped her home and she was like, do you want to come inside? And I was like, go with the flow. And I was like, yeah. So I'm walking in the door. To recap the night, I did get motorboated. I don't know how I feel about it, but I left. We went home. Nothing happened after that.
Did you have fake tits by then?
No. So imagine, she had a very large chest.
It'd be like someone motorboating me. Where did they go?
So she could motorboat me. Me with my like A cup could not motorboat. So, left that night. I got in the car and I was like,
I like boys.
like, no, I'm comfortable with men. That wasn't a great girl date. So left that night, not being like, I'm never going to date a female again, but it was just like, she's not the one. Okay.
Yeah.
But the whole motto that night was go with the flow.
Of course. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Anyways, that was 2.5 years ago. Yeah. Maybe. Haven't seen this female since. Haven't spoken really since that night either. I did lose an earring there in her house, and she told me.
Motorboating must have got intense.
No. And then she was like, do you want to come pick it up? And I was like,
keep it.
You know what? I'll throw the other one out. It's fine. But
don't even know.
It was very like, you know, when you have gone on a date and you're like, this ain't it. So you just both know we're going to ghost each other.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it was that. The other day, I'm sitting at my reception desk, like waiting for my next client to come in.
Yeah. The
door opens and I'm not expecting anyone, right? Like, you know, there was probably like 20 minutes before my next client.
Oh, yeah.
And I look up and I knew this lady, but I didn't know her, right? And I look up and I'm like, hi, how can I help you? And we like lock eyes. And you can see the moment we both recognize, because it's this lady who I went on a date with 2.5 years ago, that she's my salon, and like we know each other, but like I forgot what had happened, and I look at her and I was like, "How can I help you?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get a cut," and I was like, "Okay." It was so awkward, and it was like it clicked, and we were like, "Oh, your titties were in my face." You know, we went on a date. It wasn't it.
Your earring was at my house.
Yeah. And so she grabbed a card. It was so awkward. She left. And like, I've got a security camera behind me and the door shuts and I'm just like.
You're literally the footage. Because you sent it to me and I was like, what am I watching right now? Like,
but it just all clicked and I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I went on a date with her and she's just walked into my salon. And it was so fucking awkward. Dude. I was like the cringe that came over me. So then the next thing that was happening, I was like, what if she books in?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't want to do her brows. No.
Okay.
So I was.
She probably doesn't want you to do her eyebrows either. To be honest.
I'm just assuming she came in not knowing it was my business, my salon.
Yeah.
She awkwardly had to just do something while she's there, grab a card and go.
2 years ago you weren't called the naked brow.
No, I was. Oh. She knew it was my business. She knew. So that's why I was like,
"Can I help you?
Don't you know that it's me?"
Motorboating is not on my service.
So
I'm not gonna let that go.
I was fully preparing to like waiting for
her
to
name.
Book, and then me have to like be like, "Hey, I actually don't feel comfortable doing your brows. I'm so sorry. Here's your deposit, Mac." But yeah, that video footage of me just being like,
frozen.
What the fuck just happened? And I'm sending you the footage, and I was like, "Helena, look who just walked in." And then I showed Dom that night, and I was like, "So
babe."
Yeah, I was like. Backstory.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't told him. Like, I don't talk about my past dates.
How did he handle that?
He laughed.
He had a good laugh.
Obviously likes to bring it up, you know,
of course.
as a joke.
Oh, I know Dom likes bringing stuff up as jokes.
He loves it.
He'll never let you forget something.
He won't let you forget something either. Yeah, don't you worry.
I hate you, Dom.
I'll be like, I'm going to Helina. And he's like,
don't.
He says that one joke. And I'm like, she won't like that one.
She gonna get angry.
She gonna get pissed. But so yeah, no, it was fine. It was funny. But I was just like, what are the coincidences?
Yeah, that's wild.
Like that date that happened 2.5 years ago, not amazing, not my favorite time. And she walks in and we're face to face. And I'm like,
good times. Yeah, right.
So
Should I?
Still hoping that she doesn't book in.
I'll
keep you up to date.
Keep us all updated.
Lovely girl, not for me, not the one.
That's fine. We found the one.
We found the one.
I'm good.
I'm ready for the.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm ready for the ring. Yes.
Do you want to share something, Helena? Now that I've kind of opened the floor.
I'm thinking I do have a story that I could share.
Okay. I love stories.
I've told you, I think about like, I feel like we give boys names.
Busboy? No, and do you know what's the hardest part? You say this boy's name expecting me, like you do right now, expecting me to know. And I'm like, Helena, 1, 2, 3, like, which name? And you have to give me like a backstory. I'm like, bingo. No. So busboy, don't know who it is.
Yes, you do. You do. We went on a date and
It's been a few minutes. Keep going.
Anyways, where do I even start? So a while ago, I got Tinder back. Matched with this busboy.
This is not ringing a bell on the slightest. Please continue.
Great. I hope I've told you this. If not, blind reaction. Anyways, he asked me out for dinner. He was new to the area that I live in, and I was like, okay, like sounds good.
Okay.
I suggested a pretty popular restaurant on the Sunshine Coast.
Okay. I've
Rice
never
Boy.
heard of this story.
Fantastic.
Love Rice Boy.
We love Rice Boy.
Yeah.
Took him there.
Okay.
And
is that like the date spot for you? Because I remember when I was dating, I had like a restaurant.
No, I don't go on dates. So no.
Rice Boy could be your date spot.
No, it's not going to be a date spot because I only have. Anyways,
love.
Shut up.
Go.
So we went to Rice Boy. We met there because he like lived on the other side of the Sunshine Coast. I was like, well, we'll just meet.
Okay. I also don't like getting picked up for a first date because I need like an escape route.
Yeah, and look, I think I learnt my lesson from Skin Cleanser Boy to drive my own fucking car to dates.
Yep.
If you haven't listened to Skin Cleanser and KFC Boy, go back. Anyways, he texts me. He literally got there like 45 minutes prior to the time.
I thought you were going to say later.
No.
Like, oh, no.
He's early. And I'm like, oh my, like I haven't even finished clients yet. Like
you're really excited.
I'll sit. Yeah, that was what I was like. Oh my God, he's so excited. He's there early. He's like, I'm just going to sit here and have some drinks. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't drink. So that was a part I've struggled with not drinking is everyone wants to take you out for a drink. And I'm like, well, I don't drink alcohol.
A water?
Yeah.
A juice?
So otherwise we're getting coffee or nothing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I rock up and this guy is basically half cut. Like I walk up behind him and he's got 4 empty schooners in front of him with a 5th in his hand. And
he's like, going for it.
I'm like, fuck me. He's either really nervous or he is an alcoholic.
Okay.
And I'm like, how the fuck can this guy drive after this? Anyway, so I'm in my head just like,
okay,
I'll just like, I'm not judging you. You do you. You might have a mad tolerance.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I walked up. No, anyways, I'll get to it. Walked up. I was like, hey, I'm Helina.
Hiya.
Hello. Oh my God. Like kind of stood up, coughed a bit, slurred his words a bit. And I was like, he's cut. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is intoxicated.
No.
Biggest ick, biggest turn off straight away. And I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, he wasn't even in line for Rice Boy. He's sitting at another restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he'd gone to the
Oh,
table.
no.
It's started a tab.
So now we have to wait 40 minutes to get into Rice Boy.
Well, he's like,
he's like,
drunk.
Yeah, talking shit. One of those people that talks obnoxiously loud. You know what I'm like? I'm almost like little timid, like let's just chat within each other kind of thing. I'm shy. He goes, I'm going to give you guys a line of what he said.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, me dad, I'm not even taking the piss. Yeah, me dad's not answering me phone calls. And I'm like, oh, haha, why? And he's like, yeah, I don't know whether to go for the head or the chest. And
Excuse
I'm like,
me? The fuck is he referring to?
I was like, pardon? So yeah, I'm going to punch him in the head or the chest when I see him next.
So this man's like talking about being aggressive.
To his father. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like instantly, off the bat, walking into the proximity of Rice Boy, see 3 of my clients working.
Oh,
they work there.
Oh,
and I'm
good
like,
escape route.
I'm literally going red in the face now talking about this. Anyways, and he's going like, that's how he's talking. And I'm like, fuck my actual life. Anyways, we get seated and we're sitting there and he's like jittery. Like he's like looking like he just wants to be somewhere else. Like he doesn't want to sit here.
Oh, he's got like ants in his pants.
Yeah. And I'm like, are you okay? We haven't even got food yet by this point, okay? He's like, yeah, I'm just looking for the bar. And I'm like, okay, well, it's just to your left. It's really not that hard to miss. Anyways, he's like, do you want a drink? Asks me like 4 times. I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm just going to have water. I'll get you a beer. And I'm like, I don't drink alcohol, my dude. Like, so
This wasn't discussed in the Tinder convo?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean, though. He's half cut. Anyways, I'm drinking my water. He comes back and sits back down. We ordered some food. He got the food. I'll give him that. I don't eat much, so I'm not fucking paying anyway. And we're sitting there and I die at this point, okay? Because he's like jittery again. I'm like, are you okay? I actually asked him if he was okay. Because Shay, I'm not taking the piss. I'm sitting there. He's like tapping away.
He's
like,
moving.
Looking around. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay.
He goes, he like sits back and he goes, do you have any cash? I'm like, sorry? He goes, yeah, like any notes? And I'm like, why? And he goes,
He doesn't want to do a line or something, does
Yep.
he?
He goes, I got a bag for the weekend and it's in my pocket and I just wanted to have a dip. I literally was like,
First date.
it's
I was gonna
Thursday.
say, is it like a weekday?
It's Thursday. We're in Rice Boy. He wants to whip out a bag of Smosh Main. Kirsten. Smosh Main. I don't think I can say the other
I
word.
wouldn't.
I literally was like, surely you're taking the piss.
Did you say that to
Yeah.
me?
He goes, I'll give you some. That's not what I meant.
I don't want any.
I don't want any.
I don't want to give you anything.
Don't touch me. So I'm like, where the fuck's our food? Get me the fuck out of
Take
here.
away.
Like literally, I'm getting a stress
You're
rash.
like hives.
I am. I'm getting stress rash. Like I'm freaking out. Anyways, the food came. I've never witnessed someone, like I said to him, you're not doing that. I was like, if you even say that again, I should have gotten up and left, but I really was hungry. I wanted the edamame.
The edamame is probably the best thing in this world.
Thank you. So I was like, I can't leave. I want some edamame. But I'm like, if you do that, I actually will get up and go. Like, that's so disgusting. Like, yuck. Anyways, he didn't. But just the thought of knowing that he had that.
Yeah.
Like, what if I said, yeah, I have cat. I've got a note. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Anyways, we ate our food. Messiest eater I've ever sat with.
Oh, that's a huge ick.
Like, I'm talking
Huge
like
ick.
on
Is it
his
just, like dripping.
Yep,
Or, like,
he had like a bit of facial hair.
I was gonna say, is it in the facial hair?
He had like aioli all around his mouth. He had crumbs down his shirt, sauce on his arm,
No.
and I'm like sitting there like,
like don't look.
yeah, small talk. Like it was just the worst.
Oh.
Like I mean, look, skin cleanser date was the worst date I've been on. This
Is he
guy
a close second?
takes second for sure. Anyways, this is the first date I've been on basically all year, by the way. And I'm like, fuck my life. And I'm like, anyways, I was like, look, it's late. I got work tomorrow. Like, I'm probably going to get going.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, like, let's go. And in my head, I'm like, let's go. The fuck does that mean? Anyways, he walks me back to my car. And I'm thinking, okay, he's making sure I get there safe.
Yeah.
Like, or he's
Don't
parked
tell me
out
he
here.
tries to get in the car.
Shut up for a second, Shay. Stop jumping ahead.
Hurry up.
And he walks around to the passenger side of my car and gets in. And I'm like, maybe he wants to like go. Maybe he wants to like get frozen yogurt. Like, I'm like, I physically don't have the capacity to keep eating right now, so I don't know where this is going. Anyways, and gets in, seatbelt on, and I'm like,
he's making himself at home.
I'm like, what the fuck's happening right now? And I'm like, oh, where did you park? Like, do you want me to drive you to your car? He goes, oh no, I caught the bus here. And I'm like, sorry? He's like, yeah, I don't have a license.
My jaw has never dropped so much this whole thing.
I'm like, oh, you are just the gift that keeps on giving, my boy. Like, what the flying fuck have I got myself into?
Get out of the car.
I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, in my head, I'm like, you motherfucker, you live 40 minutes away from here.
You did not drop him home.
I said, would you like me to take you home?
No, you should be like, the bus station?
Well, I don't know how buses work, bro. I don't know. Do you have to pre-book it?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
Get an Uber.
Yeah, well, that's what I just said. I was like, okay, like
trying to be polite.
Yeah, again, I hate confrontation. I'm a little bit of a sucker when it comes to like, I'm in an uncomfortable situation. Get me the fuck out of it. Anyways, so by this point, I have definitely texted my best friend Emma.
Yep.
Our emergency emoji.
Okay.
And I'm not going to put it out there what it is,
Yep.
but it's an SOS. It's get me the fuck out of this situation. Yep. Okay. So I've texted. Okay.
Yep.
But he doesn't want me on my phone. So he took my phone and sat on it because he's like, you're on that thing too much. Sits on my phone. So I don't have
Get the fuck out of the car.
I was like, what's happening? So we're in a car at this point. And I was like, well, do you want me to drop you at a bus stop or do you want me to take you back to yours? And he was like, I'm going to come back to yours. And I'm like, oh, no. And then he goes,
The
you'll
nerve
die.
on this boy.
And I'm like, I don't have time to drive you back to Caloundra tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I've got gym and clients.
The
That's
fact
my
that
day.
you're even like thinking about dropping him home.
He goes, oh, I've already looked up. There's bus stops in where I live. I'll just get one of them in the morning. And I'm like, you got a fat chance of me driving past you in the morning on my way to gym going, oh, yeah, he was just in my bed. No.
I am gobsmacked at this man.
Anyways,
Busboy.
Busboy.
What the fuck?
Dropped him home.
You did. Helena, you need to start saying no.
Dropped him home, right? He was like, you're going to come up. Like, you're going to come up. And I'm like, yeah. I was a little bit nervous for my life at this point. I was a little bit scared.
Don't worry.
Still don't have my phone, okay? He's still in his, So dropped him off and he, like, we got to his place and he was like, yep, like, come on. I'm like, yep. And then he closed the door and I fucked off. I just drove off. And then he has messaged me and I will admit I have ghosted. I've done the damn thing.
You haven't done the block?
Or we didn't have each other on any social media.
Okay, just Tinder.
Yeah, and I've definitely gone. I'm not even on Tinder anymore. Like, fuck Tinder. That's why I don't have it. Because I'm like, I don't need it.
Bus boy.
Anyway, so yeah, that's bus boy. Yeah. So, yep, that's my dating life,
So
everyone.
are we putting him as number 2?
As the worst date I've ever had? Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, I feel like Skin Cleanser Boy was a bit traumatic.
Yeah, he was a bit of a cunt.
Whereas this one was just like absolutely taking the piss out of a Thursday to me.
Hey, maybe you should talk to your therapist about saying no. You need to start saying no.
Little Miss can't say no? Yeah, that's me.
Little Miss.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so I hadn't heard Busboy story.
There you go. Blind reaction, everyone.
Okay, so you guys are going to understand when, like, Helena says, this is the name. I need backstory. I'm like, what's his name? What's the eye color? What was his job?
No.
I need story names.
Okay,
Busboy.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to start like a board.
You reckon?
Of like worst stories.
I mean, I don't know. I like to think I don't want to have any more.
Okay.
I'm like.
They keep it entertaining.
They do. Yeah.
I'm living my date life through you.
Don't, please.
I love it though. I love it. I love when Helena calls me up, or I'll see her. I won't put you on blast right now. We'll say that for another episode. And you're just like, hey, so Shay, I did this. And I'm just like, what?
I just nearly spattered me water out.
Because it's some of the most random shit ever.
Yeah.
And I love it. Because all my friends as well, relationship. You're like one of my only single friends. So when you've got a story for me, I'm eating that shit up.
So's Dom.
I
know Dom gets them
Dom
too.
loves it. Loves it. Because we are very much like not like
mom
too comfortable, but like mom pa vibes.
Yeah.
Like amazing, tight. But I'm like, the date stories though.
Yeah.
I love them.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to take it for the team.
But you never know. I might be in love right now, so I don't know.
She might move to Gold Coast.
But I'm trying. I don't know. I'm like kind of like warming up to the idea of seeing someone. Okay. And I'm feeling content. Okay. And yeah, we'll see. Okay.
I wish I could tell them what you said to me at breakfast this morning, but I'll save that for a few. Or can I say it?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, we're sitting at brekkie. All right. Pulls up the sleeves. We're sitting at brekkie and I'm like, how's life? Like, what's going on? She goes, oh yeah, like, no, just trying to keep everything like really cash, really chill. Like, might be seeing someone, but I'm also probably in love with him. And I was like, what? Helena, that's not chilling.
I'm there sitting eating my custard cronut.
Oh.
And Shay's like looking at me and I'm like, yeah, anyways, yeah, I think I'm in love.
And I was like, huh?
Goodness gracious.
Like keeping it cash, might be putting a ring on it in the next few weeks. Like,
who knows?
Don't know.
No, guys.
I love it. So we'll have to keep you guys updated.
To a degree.
Because my relationship status, I do not see changing. Hopefully forever. I like this boy.
I love him a lot.
But you keep us on our toes.
I do. But
it's fun.
I said I'm also like I'm nearly 25 and
you do not need to settle down.
No, I don't want to. I
don't need to settle down, but I'm a little bit.
I don't want to settle down, but like I think when you meet someone and you just click so well,
it's nice.
I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I don't even like want the attention from anyone else. Like
we don't want any more bus boys.
No more bus boys. No more skin cleanser boys. Like
no more gym boys.
I like this boy. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for a little. Like I said though, You can't just say a name. I need backstory because
I know. Well, it's like a nickname basis, and it's like
is.
that with me and Emma, like my best friend and my housemate. Like what we do, like it's a nickname. If you,
I want to know the emoji that you use.
I'll tell you.
Can you like signal it to me?
Let
me like charades this. Ooh, in the sky. Something in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't we just play charades?
I love that.
We'll save that for another one.
So yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Emma, SOS.
Yeah, Emma SOS.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's a double, call the police.
On fire. Yeah.
Because we share a location. Because you and I share my location,
Yep.
and then Emma and I share a location too. So
you need to. You
got to these
Especially
days.
on dates.
Yeah, it's scary out there.
I love watching like crime stories, but I'm like, fuck.
I don't think.
Do you think? Okay, real side note here. I think about some of the shit I did as an 18, 19, 20-year-old.
Yep.
And I
think about some of the shit I do now, and I'm like, fucking hell, Helena.
Being like young and thinking, I know what I'm doing. I'm being safe. I'm being smart.
I'm invincible.
And I look at it and I'm like, fuck, I'm lucky. Like, I'm lucky at a lot of situations. And I'm like, that was a bit dumb, wasn't it?
But I feel like when you're that age, you are genuinely just living life like you are invincible.
You're like, I've got this. I'm so smart. I'm street smart. You ain't fucking smart shit. Like,
I mean. And I look back and I'm like, I started Barefaced at 19.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn.
I had no idea what I was doing.
How the fuck did I do that? I have no idea how I did that.
Yeah.
So... Anyways, enough of that.
Okay.
Enough of that chit chat for now, miss.
Little miss.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that one.
But I think that's like a little teaser of like, we want to incorporate these types of stories into the podcast because we know it's a no judgment zone.
Yeah. In saying that, if you're listening right now and you have a story that we need to share with the world, keeping anonymous.
Obviously anonymous.
Send it our way.
Please.
We will read her out. We'll keep it very anonymous. Don't worry. Or a voice memo or a video. Yeah. Like, give us something because we live off this shit.
Yeah. And it's actually so fun to be able to like blind react to other people's shit.
Story.
And you never know, girl, I might have done it too. So, but seriously, guys, if you have like some wild like story with your personal life, tell us.
If you want to give us a call,
we
will organize a call.
We will literally get you on the podcast.
Talk to us.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Let's get on to that.
But yeah, so just a little heads up.
Business side of things, Shay. We have got 3 sponsors this season as well.
3 sponsors.
So we have got, obviously, Bella Beauty is the OG.
The one and only.
They've been with us from day dot and they will be with us forever. But we have 2 new sponsors.
Yes.
And I think we should introduce them.
Absolutely.
With who we're working with this season.
Absolutely.
So I'm taking the cake. I want to go first.
Go for it.
So our first one, or our second one that we've got that I'm so honoured to work alongside is Lucy, who owns Lash Rescue.
The incredible company.
Incredible. She's just, I can't wait for you guys to listen to her story and just like get her energy. Like we did a little Zoom call with her.
Because she's in Melbourne. We're not in the same state.
Yeah. We do that with our sponsors just to get a vibe, you know, let them know what our direction for the podcast is and going from there.
Yep.
And as soon as we got on there and we're chatting away and like I'm looking at Shay in the Zoom thing like I love this chick. Like she's just fun. She's
so
just
inspiring.
So inspiring.
As a
literally
mum,
is a mum
creating a business in COVID time.
Yeah, like wild. So I love knowing that we're gonna have that, I guess, platform for mums to relate to as well. Because obviously we're not mums, we don't have kids, we don't do the mum life thing. So, Shay nearly dropped that. Having her come on and her like, I just can't get words out. So anyways.
She's amazing.
Lash Rescue is coming on as a sponsor for Barefaced and Naked. And who else is coming on, Shay?
Helena, we have Lash Aesthetics. We've actually got an episode coming out next.
Yeah.
And hearing her story, how she has created the business, coming from just being a brow and lash artist and splitting her time, building a new brand, new company, creating a niche product is so inspiring.
Sherologist, I adore her, and I literally like have so much respect for her for not only like her business side of things, but she's just such a down to earth person, and I feel so blessed that I actually met her the same time I met you.
Yeah.
So like having my paths cross with 2 amazing people at once, I'm like, girl. there is a brow god looking down on me. Yeah. But Sherelle, we're honoured to have her on board with us as well. We've got a cute little community happening with our sponsors at the moment.
We love it. But yeah, lash aesthetics.
Lash aesthetics.
If you don't have a macro lens, I'm just telling you right now.
Get it.
It's the one.
Bella Beauty stocks them.
Bella Beauty stocks them. Bella Beauty stocks
Lash Rescue as well. I was like, what are you pointing at me for? I stock Lash Rescue. Yeah,
beautiful stuff.
Love it. Packaging, chef's bloody kiss.
Gorgeous.
Can't fault it. So we'll have those guys on, and we're definitely going to have a catch up with Bella Beauty in this season as well, because I feel like so much has happened with them.
They're in I think they've just come back.
They were in Italy.
And they, we need a chat because they went to, we can't say it, Tuya.
They did a training with them.
I was like,
they were in the warehouse.
I want to go there.
I want to go there. Let's go to Italy.
Okay.
They should have taken us.
New Zealand, Canada, Italy, UK. We'll just start making a list.
Should we just do a world tour?
Oh, twisted my arm. That's going to be so much.
Honestly.
But do you know what scares me about doing a world tour?
What?
The organisation skills that we don't have.
We would, Shay, S. Madison. Yeah. She'd need to do it. She would need to tell us where we're going.
What time, when,
she would just have to, she'd have to be with us.
Because that is not our forte.
No, it is
not.
That
is not our forte. So we're going to outsource that one.
Our forte is podcasting. We love podcasting, and it has been so nice to come back on and talk in the mic and get season 3 rolling. We've got a lot jam-packed into this season.
I'm so excited.
There's a lot going on.
If you guys don't know, this is all recorded. Hello. We're on YouTube. It is amazing to have that kind of side of it as well, so you don't just have to listen. You can watch
if you guys want to see our faces. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, trying to find outfits for these fucking podcasts, it's so stressful.
I'm like, hey Helena, can I wear that jacket you wore 2 weeks ago? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I'll bring it. I'm swapping. You bring me a jacket, because I'm like, oh my god, I don't want people to think I don't own clothes.
I know. One last thing before we have to go. Our Facebook group.
Yes.
It's popping off. Oh my god, I love that.
It is
popping off.
Literally.
The community that we are building.
Just the questions and seeing everyone get in there.
They help.
And I'm like, I love that. And I love how raw people are being on there. Like, guys, this just happened to me. Yep. Here's the screenshots or here's what it is.
I need help with this client response. What do you think of this product?
I'm like,
it is amazing for brow artists who want to be in the community with us.
But know that we're there, we see it all. It's just so nice to see.
Yes. So if you are not in Barefaced and Naked Beauties,
come on over.
We'll let you in. Sometimes we have to dodge a few old creeps who are trying to get in because they like the name.
They like the Barefaced Naked Beauties. They think we're all.
So when you do want to come into the club, you need to tell us what your favorite episode is and why, just so we have a bit of intel. And let us know what your business name is so we can come stalk and
where you are in the world. I think that's another question, because I love seeing we got people from the USA.
I was gonna say Denmark. I don't even know where Denmark is.
Portugal. I saw one the other day from Portugal.
I love it.
Hawaii on there.
Worldwide, baby.
We are. So I love seeing everyone interact, because as much as Instagram is good, I feel like when you get onto a different platform and interact with that, it's just, I love it. It's amazing. But I love this. I love you. I love catching up. I love our podcast. Life's good. Let's get rid of Helena's stomach ulcer. Okay. Life will be better.
Yep.
But it was so lovely to catch up. I hope you guys enjoyed this little catch-up episode.
Little recap.
Yeah. It was just a bit of a catch-up this time.
I love it.
Yeah.
We have so many cool guests coming.
You guys.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Get ready. Get ready. That laugh that you do every time, that is so cute. And I'm like, where's my cute laugh?
Where's Helena's so cute laugh? I'm not going to do it now. Oh, I like your cute laugh.
Mine's like, it's deep. All right.
All right, guys.
Everyone. We'll see you next episode.
Bye. Adios, amigos.
There's that fucking laugh.